Hello and welcome back to our Formula 22 rebuild and testing. After several hours of running and testing and making minor changes, finally got back down to the 10-second range. I'm 10.9 now. I do believe we left off at 10.400 when we had the slowdown. And since then I have rebuilt the car several times, made several changes. We're going to go through those changes here in just a moment. But there's my fast time, 10.9. There's the overall. You can see one crash on this lap. Show point values. Yeah, that's the overall value. So what was that lap? Yeah, it's hard to see on this. It doesn't show me. Anyway, did run very well. You see most of all the laps are 10, 11, 12 second range. All but that one crashed. That was one flew off the track. All the rest are in that 10, 11, 12 second range. I run 12 laps. Even though I had it set for 10, it went over. But anyway, that's a software glitch, not a car glitch. So on the car, we've made some changes. I'm going to have to show you the upgrades that I've made during this trying to get back to the 10 second. One of is I swapped the motor out. So the original motor that comes with the car is a King 21K 21400 12 volt. Of course, we swapped the pinion out for the NSR 22 Formula 22 car. It's got a separate pinion. It's got that long pinion. There you go. There's one right there. It's got the long shaft pinion. Did make a video on that, the trouble that I had, and then what I'm doing now is just swapping motors instead of swapping pinions because I don't want to tear motors up. But anyway, this motor, it's the same 21.4. Says that on there somewhere. But yeah, it's the same RPM, but there's no magnetic effect. Yeah, go here. There's no, the motor doesn't act like an additional magnet where it does on the pink ones. There is a magnetic effect. The older style, just the non-Evo motor, does not have a magnetic effect. And I feel like the car still had too much magnet. So when I rebuilt with this extra hard chassis, we tried the hard chassis, it's still dragging. Extra hard chassis is still dragging. I swapped out this magnet. When I had rebuilt the car initially, I had put a slotted magnet in there. I'm going to show you the slotted magnet. There's the slotted magnet. When I rebuilt, I went back to the magnet that came in it. Let me pause this to show you that. Alright, so I've got two brand new ones. I just bought the replacement magnet. That is the magnet for the Formula 22 car. Let's see if we can see it through the plastic. There you go. That is a shorter magnet than the slotted. There you go, right there, like that. So this slotted is what I originally had in the rebuild with the extra hard chassis. Right now it's back to the stock NSR 22 magnet, which is shorter. So it does have the magnet in front of the motor. I had put the car together without the magnet, ran it, and it was light heavy in the front. So the front end kept coming up. I would actually jump off the track but not spin out. You know, the front end will be coming up. So I figured it needs that magnet to stay on the track at a decent speed. And of course we still have the extra magnet back in the back. That's to keep it running with the muzzlers that we had built with an extra magnet behind the wheel. There was no way for me to put it behind the axle. I had to go in front. So I still believe it has too much magnet. I do believe this rear magnet needs to be swapped for something smaller, less magnetic force, because as you see, I have dragged all of the paint off the bottom of this chassis, so it is dragging. So that is a change that I have made in an attempt to reduce the stress on the motor, because I do believe my motors were slowing down after like 50 or 60 laps. We had got down to the 10.4 seconds, like I said, and then now we're back up to 10.9 with this motor. But the other motor, that one, I had put in a brand new motor, 11 tooth pinion. The car was running 10.4s, and then it started slowing down. And then it got to a point where you could hold it down full throttle around half of the turns on the track. So definitely the motor was slowing down just like the original car. So I think I still need to reduce some magnets. Let me go over a few other of the modifications that I've done. The front end has a lightweight. It is aluminum. I have since got the lightweight. I'm going to show you what I'm going to put on, because this one's even lighter. This one is aluminum, and it's got holes. It's kind of hard to see in there, but there's holes drilled in the rim to make it even lighter. These rims weigh 8 grams. It's the ultralight racing front wheels from NSR. This one being made out of plastic, it's not going to have a grub screw, so I lost some weight there. It presses press fit, but it's on the front, so there's no driving force. But it is also drilled. It's only 4 grams. Let me show you the part number for that. There you go. There's the front wheels. That is what I'm going to put on the car. It's not what I currently have on the car. Currently is aluminum. And the reason I did not put the plastic ones on when I was doing these modifications, the plastics are 17. Right there it says 17 inch, but it's 17 millimeter. The inserts, the wheel inserts for the car, are for 16.5. Fortunately, I have a 3D printer, and I have printed, there you go, some inserts. So they fit the 17. Mine is, what do you call it? Prints the plastic. It's not a resin. I just ordered a resin printer. There's my printer. It's a Snapmaker. And it prints the plastic. So it's not as smooth, pretty as the original, but I just ordered one of the resin printers, and I'll reprint these in resin, so they'll be as nice looking as the originals. So that'll be the next install I do, is just put these lightweight, only 4 gram front wheels on. Okay, for the rear wheels, I also swapped them out. I've already glued and trued the tires, so they're glued on. Oh, the front tires are the Zero Grip fronts by NSR. Where are they at? Let's see. There you go. There's the package for the front wheels that are installed now, and they will go on the new plastic wheels also. $5.69. I could have true glued and put super glue on these, but they, straight out of the box, $5.49. It was just easier, quicker to use the packaged hard tires from NSR instead of dealing with all the labor of getting them on there, getting them super glued and trued. I just went the easy route, the quick route. Okay, for the rear, I've swapped out the rear rims and tires. For the rear rims, I went with 5032 racing rear wheels. Those are also drilled in the aluminum rims for lighter weight. And then the rear tires I'd already used these tires. As you see, it says installed on GT40. So when I built my GT40, I used these same wheels. I really like them. They're really sticky. So I put those same wheels on this car. And as you see, they are 12 millimeters wide. So they are the widest tire that NSR makes. Other companies make wider tires. They really look good on the car. Go back and get a whole look at how wide they look. More like the original Formula 1 cars that are racing with the wide back tires. This looks more closer to that scale. And they've been running really good. I do put the oil on them. I'm still running the NSR oil for rubber. So that part of the car is really handling well. The tires are standing up where you see it's got some wear. I've probably put 100 laps on this car trying to get it back to what I had it down in the 10-second range. So what's the next step? The only other really upgrade I want to do is to run ball bearings. In a lot of the open classes, ball bearings are allowed. None of my other cars have ball bearings. It's $39.95 for a set of 5. So you get 10 ball bearings. So that's 5 cars that you could put ball bearings in for 40 bucks. I can't beat that. So I am going to put the ball bearings in now, run another set of 10 and 25 lap qualifyings to see what my best times are, and hopefully I've got this car just about right. Like I say, the only thing I really think I might need to do is this back magnet that I've added. Haven't really discussed it, but it is an addition to the car, and it is because we run magnets at Manzana Speed Lanes. That's just what we do. We run magnets. We come from the HO, Tyco, G+, Tommy G+ cars, and they all had really strong magnets, and we built the 32nd scale track. We just ran magnets in all of our cars. So I might reduce this magnetic amount just to keep the car's motor from burning out so quickly, because I really think that it was too much downforce. So I'm going to build another car. I have another car in mind. So the pair of Red Bull cars, and I will probably reduce that back magnet, and it might end up being a faster car. So we're going to put the ball bearings in, run a few more laps, and then the next video will be cleaning and painting and putting the livery of Red Bull on this car. And then that will be it. We will run it in a race and see how it stands up to what our currently fast cars are. The Moslers, NSR Moslers, are currently the fast cars. All right, so we're going to take it apart and put some ball bearings in.